Hello, welcome to Taekwondo Training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. I'd like to do on today's show something different. I've done it in the past, maybe a few years ago, isometric exercises. And then if anyone who doesn't know what isometric exercises are, they're exercises you can do using your own body without any kind of weights or any kind of apparatus. And this is great because it's good for seniors. It's good for someone who's handicapped. If you sit all day, you say, I don't have time to work out. I'm sitting all. You can take, as you're working, all right, say you're at the computer, as you're working, you can exercise and do these exercises and strengthen your body. And it's good. It gets everything going. It strengthens your body. It won't build crazy muscle. It'll help a little. It won't build crazy muscle like weights will. That's a whole nother world. But if you can't work out, or you have handicap, you're old, or you're busy in a chair all day, you can't sit all day. They say that if you sit all day, it's equivalent to smoking a 2 packs of cigarettes a day. That's how bad it is for your body. So you got to move. If that body is not circulating, you're gonna have all kinds of. If the blood and your juices in your body aren't circulating, you're gonna have all kinds of problems. So what I'm gonna do is, and I got a chair here, show you some simple exercises. There's millions of them. You make them up as you want. Try to get every body part. That's what you want to do. It's not hard. You can do it, and people aren't even gonna know you're doing it. Like right now, I'm talking to you, right? And as I'm pressing my hands together, I'm doing isometric exercises. And I'm just talking to you. So if you're waiting in traffic, if you're at the grocery store, a big, long line, you're sitting there, you could do a whole workout. No one knows. And believe me, when you first start doing this, if you do it right and you do it well, you're going to be sore the next day. Soreness means you did something the day before. All right? You don't want to hurt yourself. And what's good about the isometric exercises, you can hurt yourself if you overdo anything anyway. But this is your own body tension against itself, and you go as hard as you can without hurting, all right, and get a routine going. You don't do it every day. You do if you want to do certain parts one day, certain parts the next day, or do a whole body one day and then rest the next day. Give yourself rest. Always give yourself rest. All right, so I'm going to sit down, all right, and, we're all sit all day, and some you're bored, you're going, oh, no, what am I, watching TV, all right? So you're watching TV for an hour or 2, 3, you're on your phone. You can still do these exercises. Now, what it is tension, all right, static tension of muscle against muscle, body part with body part with any kind of surface. All right, planks, big thing today. That's an isometric exercise. Planks, wall sitting, isometric exercise. So you can do it. You don't have to pay anything. There's millions of videos, isometric exercises of different body parts and how to do it. All right. So if you've never done it, let's do a couple now and go easy. Certain people will say 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I like the old 15 seconds, all right? I like to do 3 sets of everything. So say you're sitting here, you're watching TV, all right? You got a 2-hour show you're going to watch. Why not? Let's just do a little workout while we're doing it, all right? And now I'm going to try to show you which body parts certain moves are going to do, all right? So say you want to do your chest, all right? All you do, look at right here. You press. Right? Now, as you press, you can press straight up this way. You can press this way. You can practice both. All right? Keep your elbows parallel to the ground. Press this way and count to 15. All right? Now, as you're doing these exercises, all right, and a lot of people don't do this, I like to practice my breathing exercises also. All right? Now, I like to press hard. I don't want to hurt myself, but press so that you feel the muscle parts. Go for that. Now, if you're in close, it's one thing. If you're out here, you're going to feel your chest. So if you're out here pressing, you can feel that chest. You're in here, you feel it less, but you might get your back muscles. Count to 15. Now, as you're doing this, breathe in. All right? I like to breathe in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 5. There's your 15 seconds. When you breathe in, try to breathe in from your stomach up. Fill the whole body. Now you're getting Buddhist Zen breathing exercises, which they practice millions of years. I made millions up, but thousands and thousands of years. And they knew something we didn't do, and believe me, science has proved them right. Breathing right and breathing exercises helps reduce stress, all right? It gets your whole vagus nervous system going, which is your whole body. It's vital. It's vital. We don't breathe right. You don't want to breathe out of your mouth. You want to breathe out of your nose, right? So breathe in, a count of 5. Hold for a count of 5. While you're doing this, I'm pressing hard now. And if I want my chest even more, I can feel it. So go here and then go here, and you go, wow, what a difference. You can feel it. And if you're pressing hard enough, whoa, there's a little discomfort there. I don't want you to try to pop muscles. Push it now. Start off easy. The more you do this over a period of time, the stronger you're going to get. You're not going to build up crazy muscle. But if you feel your chest, say you come out here and you're pressing, and you feel your chest, something's happening. You're working the muscle, all right? So that's pushing in. That's easy, all right? I'm going to do probably about 20 different exercises today. There's hundreds, all right, to try to get specific spots in your body. So you pushed in. There's one. And you were closer. Now, pull apart. Now, you're going to feel different muscles as you pull apart. Breathe in. Start from your stomach. All right, feel, it's not your stomach that you're breathing in. And people say, hey, it's not your stomach. It's your, I know, but just make believe you're filling your stomach up first and then build it up. Count to 5. Once you count to 5, hold for another 5. That's 10 seconds. Release for another 5. 5, 5, 5. All right. Google anything I'm saying. Google it. You'll see hundreds of you on YouTube, hundreds of people doing what I'm doing here. This is my 35th year. I started in 1990 of this show. All right. 35 years. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I've gotten texts from all over the country, even other countries. I don't know how this gets to other countries, but Argentina, it's Venezuela. I went all over the place, like, hey, I love your show, but I'm like, how the heck are they getting it? But it's everywhere, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. Beautiful staff here, beautiful studio. If you ever have a chance and you're in Drake, look up the ATV and ask Gary Muse for a little tour. He'll give you a little tour. So you got pull back now, and you do your breathing. Now, I could be sitting at my desk on my computer, all right, or even my cell phone. It's on and I'm doing all my stuff that I do all day, just with no effort at all, and I'm doing an exercise, right? I'll say the same things over and over because that's what I want to stress. You pull out, you come out, you pull out, right? You can hold it this way, pull out. Practice different holds, all right? You can hold the wrist, pull out. Come in here, pull. You're getting different muscles. You're getting the upper body. You're going to feel your shoulders, all right? Your back muscles, your stomach, your chest muscles. Easy. You're not paying for a gym. You're not doing anything. You're not going to get big. You're going to gain some muscle, but you're going to gain strength, right? I really want people, before you start any exercise, I try to say this all the time, do a little stretching. 5 minutes of stretching. Just stretch your body, all right? Even if you're sitting at a table, at a chair, all right, sitting at your desk, all right? Stretch your body. Stretch. You have to stretch every day. If you don't, you tighten, you tighten, you tighten, especially your hips and your knees. They want to be stretched, all right? Those muscles and everything, they want to be loosened up. They don't want to be bound tight. That's when you can get injuries. When you're tight, you haven't stretched, now you make a quick move, everything's tight, all right? So even your back, your whole spinal column, you try to loosen that up every day. That's easy. All right. Now look at I'm just sitting like this. Any motion I'm doing with my hand right now, I can do an isometric exercise. Look at, I'm pressing down. I'm pressing down. Right now I'm trying to tense up all the muscles I can. Even if I want to do this and tense up my legs, all right, or my calf muscles, you can tense everything up. You have control up here of your whole body. All right. So see, I'm pressing down now. I can still feel my chest, feel the back of my arms, feel my back muscles. Okay. And all I'm doing is sitting like I'm talking to you, and I'm pressing, and you wouldn't even know I'm doing a workout. You're at the cashier at the supermarket, and you say, look at the line. I'm here. I'm standing. Do a whole workout. By the time you're done with your workout, there you go. You can cash out. Now you feel good. Next morning, you might get up. You know, when you start this, you might be sore the next morning, and as I say, that's good. All right. Make them up. You can pull up. Now, you can even pull up this way. Look at it. All right? And almost like doing curls. Or you can keep it static this way and come up here and keep it static. I'm pushing up and pushing down. So I'm getting both sides. I'm getting a workout. Do your breathing exercise. Count to 5. Hold for 5. That holding is important. And then breathe out for 5. Now, this type of breathing exercise also is good to do when you're completely relaxed. Breathe in through your nose. A lot of doctors and say, if you can, take your tongue and put it on the roof of your mouth. It gets the vagus nerve going, and it gets, for some reason, it's the way you want to do it, if you can. Breathe in, tongue up there. Hold. Breathe out. Let your jaw relax. Let your tongue relax. Let your shoulders relax as you breathe out. This will relieve some tension. And as they say, the Buddhists did this, and monks did this for years and years, and never let anybody know how valuable it was to get, when you release all your tensions, you're training your body to reduce the stress. Stress is the number one killer in this world. And we're all stressed for some reason or another, but by doing this, you can relieve it, especially if you're trying to sleep at night. Right? So, and I know this is valuable. Some people are going to watch this and do it. When you're in bed, breathe in 5, hold 5, let out 5. All right? And then relax when you let that 5. Try to do that 10 times. You'll probably fall asleep before the 10th time. I almost guarantee it. All right? There's another trick, looking straight up in the air. Your eyes are closed, but you're looking straight up in the air for a minute. It also gets the vagus nerves and gets your nervous system going. Whatever you do with your body reacts through your whole body, and it's a couple of these things I'm showing you are pretty good for your body. Reduce the stress. Now, even by doing these exercises, you're reducing stress. All right? You're pressing. You're making your body move. You're thinking about that more than you're thinking about the bills, your job, school, and there's a million things we think about and we worry about. And 99.9% of the time we shouldn't worry about it, because don't worry about anything that's happened in the past. That's gone. That's history. That never even happened. Relax. Don't worry about the future. That's not here. Might never come here. Worry about right now. Try to say, this is what I want to do right now. All right? If you have that attitude, all right, and people say, oh, you'll never be ready for the future. No, you're ready for the future, because right now you're not thinking about things you shouldn't think about. You're thinking about your path. All right? Grab the side of the chair, pull up. All right? Anything, pull down. Anything you do, all right, with your hands and your arms for tension. Come up here, pull apart. All right? Pull apart. Right? Push together. Pull down. Or pull up. All right? You're going to feel the muscles tighten. They're going to get tight. Count to 5, hold for 5, relax for 5. All right? You'll be a monk. All right? Consider yourself a Buddhist monk. Your feet, your legs, same thing. Look at, I can pick up, if I go like this on the balls of my feet. I feel my calves get hard as a rock. Press down. Go easy, because your body's not going to be used to this. And I don't care if you lift weights or not. This is a different little world, all right? Hands here. Put your hands here. Try to pull your legs apart. You're going to feel all the way down your leg. You're going to feel, do your counting, all right, or your breathing exercises. Here, try to pull in, all right? Try to pull in. As you're doing that, you're pushing with your legs, trying to get them in, using the muscles. You're still feeling this up here. You're getting a workout. You know, if you do all these exercises, your chest gets a real good workout, and so don't your arms, because you're kind of using them a lot. Take your foot, cross them. Now try to pick up this leg and push down with this leg. You're going to feel the muscle hard. That's what you want. Doing your 5-5-5 count. See, when I say the 5-5-5 count, it's easy to remember. Right? 5-5-5. You remember what that 5-5-5 means. Breathe in. Try to breathe in from your stomach. Expand your chest. Count to 5. Slow. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2. Like 1 second, 2 seconds. And look at the clock and get used to the seconds. 5. Hold. Let your tongue stay on the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Breathe out for 5. All right? Do that again. All right? That's how we should breathe. We breathe shallow, shallow, shallow breaths, which is not how we should breathe. All right? Especially when you get nervous or something's happening and you breathe heavy, and that's not good. Breathe, and it'll relax your body. A tense body, all right, is not what you want. You want your body always relaxed, all right? By doing that, you'll live happier, believe me. I'm not saying I don't get tense. My wife will say, "Oh, he worries about everything," and I was always a worrier. What? And you worry about your family, you worry about job, and I really don't worry about it as much. Talk about it. I'll say, "Well, this is what's going on," but I try to let it go. All right, through workouts. When you work out, any kind of workout, whether it's lifting weights, taekwondo, anything, any sport, your mind is on that sport. All right, because you want to do good. That relaxes you. That's why even a hard running, even hard workouts like marathons, relaxes your system. That's what we want to do. All right. In the meantime, build yourself up. So I gave you a couple of these exercises. I sat down. If you were handicapped in a wheelchair, you're older. All right. And when I say older, I just turned 70 a couple of days ago. I'm getting there. And there's no turning back Father Time. He's just laughing at you. But I look back at Jack LaLanne, and that's showing my age. Boy, the godfather of workouts. I think he died at 96. And he died of pneumonia. If he didn't get that pneumonia, that guy would probably still be going right now. One of the greatest athletes, and he had the show for many years on TV when there was only 3 stations. And I remember watching it when I was 3 and 4, 5 years old, doing what he was doing. He had a chair. He had a dog. He would do exercises for the housewives at work because they were at home, and he wanted them to work out. He swam the English Channel with as many boats as his age, many a time. He wanted to do it when he was in his 90s, and they said, "Are you going to?" And he said, "No." And they asked him why at a TV interview, and he points to his wife. He says, "She won't let me." His wife says, "Enough with the towing the boats." Imagine towing 90 boats, little rowboats, while you swim the English Channel. And I think he'd do it with his hand tie. The guy was amazing. So if he could do that at 90, we should try to strive to live. Let's do 100. Let's go for 100. If you're sitting home right now, tell your friends about my show. If you want to write me and text me, text DATV or leave a message. We're on YouTube also. All right. You can leave messages on YouTube if you like the show. If you don't like it, let me know. And as I say, I'm not afraid to say it. What I'm telling you now, there's a million YouTubes. Go on YouTube. Do your research. You have to drink water too. All right. I'm going to do a podcast right after this show, just a half-hour podcast. I'm going to talk about almost the same thing I'm talking about here. That gets off to a different audience, too. You have to drink water. When you drink water, at least, half your ounces in your weight, all right? So, if you're 160 pounds, 80 ounces of water, if you can. Juices are good. Just make sure the sugar intake or, artificial colorings. You got to do your homework. It'll kill you. When you do water, and I'm not a doctor. Ask your doctor, and they might tell you, no. If you're doing a lot of water, you say, I'm drinking. Put a pinch of salt in, a very light, depending on your sodium and your body, how your body handles sodium and high blood pressure and everything. That will get the electrolytes, give you electrolytes. If not, you're flushing electrolytes, which are crucial to your body, right? What's electrolytes, some people say? I never heard about it. Well, do your homework. Years ago, there's my phone. I lost my phone. Years ago, you had to go to the library. I would live at the library. When I had to do papers, every time I took a black belt test, up to maybe my 7th dan, I had to do a paper, a thesis, some kind of to give to the art. All my papers, all right, so say 7, and I put some time into it, and most of them were done, maybe all of them were done at a library or books that I bought or experiences over the years. Every one of them was on energy, how to increase energy. Every single one of them, because that was my instructor says, you like writing about energy? I says, without the energy, we're not going to be doing. He goes, I like them, and I made sure they were different every time, because to increase energy, what we did today will increase your energy. It'll make you feel better. You're stretching. You do some kind of isometric. If you can do light workout, good. Eat vegetables and fruits, fresh. Cut them up. Do that. Don't eat them out of a can. Do your homework when it comes to helping yourself, your body. Saying, what do I need? What do I need for my skin? What do I need for my energy? What do I need for my muscle? There's YouTube's there now. You don't have to go to the library. Look at this. You can carry this in my gym bag. I could carry this in a backpack, all right? And I have. You work out any way you want. There's 2 of them I put together, all right? I can do 1,000,000 exercises with these, and I can do 1,000,000 exercises sitting down, all right? This is resistance training right here. Resistance, all right? Resistance. I could do a whole workout, all right? I can do a whole workout, use one of the bands or use both, depending, all right? I can do a whole workout, and you better watch it because I've slipped and that thing come back on my face. Watch out when you begin something like this. They have the little rubber, the very thin rubber bands. Buy those. Put them in your pocketbook if you're a woman. If you're a guy, put it in your pocket. You can work out anytime you want during the day. People say, I don't have time to work out if you're sitting at a desk or you're watching TV. And when you say you don't have time working out, but you want to watch TV for 1 or 2 hours, I hate saying the shows I watch because, you're looking at it like I am ancient. But you're watching TV and there's 1,000,000 things to watch. A 2-hour, 3-hour show, and you're like this. All right? Wow. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. At least out of 15 minutes out of that, break it up. Start doing some exercises. All right? All right? Anything you want. Press. Pull. Look at, I'm making it up as I go along. Pull. Grab here. Stretch. Pull at the same time. You're going to feel your gluteus maximus over here. Whoa, there's a workout, all right? Gluteus maximus. Where would I come up with this stuff here? And I don't know. Sometimes I'll say words. My wife goes, Bob, that wasn't even a word. And I said, well, it was to me at the time, so, I'm trying. I hope you enjoy the show. There's 1,000,000 ways to keep in shape, all right? Get away from that TV. Get away from that phone. Phone's good. I love the phone. I'm addicted to it, too. We're all OCD when it comes to the phone. I got to know what's. You can do the phone, put it down. They have little stands and do a workout. All right, half hour a day of doing something. All right, and I do say rest certain days, but other certain days do a half-hour workout. Even if it's every day, do certain different muscles. You'll get used to it, and you'll be happy you did. You start feeling better. You start feeling a lot better. You want to get rid of your gut, and you say, I don't want to do sit-ups or it hurts my back. Right now I'm sitting, I tuck my stomach in. I'm pressing as far in as I can. Hold that, 5, 5, 5. Let it go. Hold that, 5, 5. There's all kinds of exercises you can do standing up, just moving around to get your stomach, get that little belly going. Those are muscles you want to work, all right? Push out, like woof, push out. Don't strain yourself to a point where, you're straining yourself, but go as far as you can. You're working the muscles. Now you say, that's not going to do much. It will if you keep it up. Say you did a couple of sets every day. You did a couple of sets in the morning, a couple of sets at night. All of a sudden the muscles are contraction, all right, instead of just laying there. Like all your muscles, and that means they're working. You'll feel it the next day. Again, if you do these exercises, you feel it the next day, you did something. You did something with that muscle and part of your body. And breathe in, 5, hold 5, exhale 5. When you exhale, relax your whole body. You can have your tongue on the roof of your mouth as you breathe in and hold. Excellent, excellent. Some people say hold it there when you're exhaling too, but I like to just relax my jaw and my whole body to a point where everything releases. Think of all the tension releasing through your feet, your body, and your hands. Watch how good you sleep if you start getting into that routine. And you'll fall asleep like that. The more you do it, you get used to it. If I wake up and I start thinking, I do my counting. Now I'm thinking of my counts. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3 as I'm breathing in. I'm not thinking of bills, what I got to do the next day, how I screwed this thing up today. You know what I'm saying? And there's a million things we worry about that worrying is not going to help it. Again, I hope you enjoyed the show. DrakeTV.org. You'll catch us all the time, all my old shows. YouTube, we're on YouTube. Taekwondo Training, Grandmaster Bob Lemire. Look me up. Leave me messages. Please leave me a couple of messages that you like the show. And if you don't like the show, you can also let me know why. Till next time, have fun and train hard.